Hey guys, welcome to Lovely J Podcast. This is Coco Bowden. And y'all, the podcast got interrupted a while ago. I do apologize. I'm not gonna lie, it's just been so much going on lately, and I keep wondering too why my podcast keep getting interrupted. So I just had to talk with my daughter and let her know, hey, y'all keep interrupting me when I'm trying to work, and this is my work. This is my job. I respect everybody else's job. I just don't understand why mine has to be looked at as if it's not a real thing. I've been doing this thing not for 1 year, 2 years, but I've been in this thing almost 15 years. Almost 15 years, and it just seemed like here lately, every time I try to do my podcast, it's all kind of interruptions. It's the negative stuff. And when I mean negative things, I mean it's negative if you are trying to hinder me from doing what God has given me to do. Then that's a negative hindering spirit. That's an offensive spirit. And the Bible do say go to that person and let them know how you feel about that. And that's what I did. I mean, I love trying to help everybody and be what I can be. At the same time, I can't keep being what everybody else want me to be, and then I don't do nothing of my own. And that's the thing that's getting to me. I lose a piece of me each time that I have to shut down a podcast. Every time it's something that I need to do for my sake or for my business, I gotta stop doing it, and I lose out on me. I lose out because I'm shutting my voice off. I'm cutting my voice off on here, in life, in general. It cuts my voice off. And that's not right. And then when I go lay down at night, I got to fight with me. I got to fight with me because I didn't speak up for myself. So that's not what I was on here talking about earlier. I was talking about negative. I forgot what it was now, but it was something about negative people, how you can't let them, stop you from doing the things that you need to do. And I don't feel like my family is negative. I just feel like, like with everything else that's going on, that, I probably wouldn't be upset about it if it happened during times, if I got phone calls or texts during times, when I'm just not doing nothing around the house. But it don't matter what time of night or day it is. As soon as I get up, I get phone calls and texts. And I can't do a podcast whether it's night, day, noon, whenever, without all these calls and texts. Now, don't get me wrong. I love calls and texts. But I'm just not stupid to the game that's going on right now. I know all about this game. And this is just part of the thing that comes with that territory about the invisibles. It's just part of that. I already know this. And I'm not going to play games with nobody like that. I'm not going to do it. Now, I'm going to be who I'm supposed to be, and I ain't going to try to be no more than who I am. But I refuse to play with manipulating spirits like that. I'm not going to do it. Because I know that, y'all hear my chair in the background, because I'm moving it back and forth. Because I know that I can sit here all day long, and I might get one call, I might get one text. Nobody don't come in the house or nothing. You sit around all night, all day long. There's nothing. Really, it's quiet. It's nothing. But then as soon as I get up and move toward the kitchen or turn this podcast on, that's when it start happening. All of a sudden, I get visitors. All of a sudden, the phone ringing. All of a sudden, texts. And then when I answer the phone, it's nothing. It's, what you doing? I'm working. Why you don't want me to work? Why you don't want me to father myself? Everybody wants to father themselves, but nobody wants to see me father myself. They don't want to see me have any greatness in my life. Just want me to stop right here. No, it ain't like that. God big enough, we all can have something, but we got to go about this thing the right way. We got to be respectful toward one another. And that's disrespectful because I already know the ones who got, I ain't even gonna go there, but it's a list out there that tells the names of everybody who signed up against me. So I already know what to expect. And I just gotta call the spirit out for what it is. Regardless of how people feel towards me. When you know better, you just know. And I know that list. Those who were against me, I know that list. They know my every move. They know when I get up. They know when I lay down. They know what I eat. They know what I got on. They know. It's too many cameras and eavesdropping devices in this house for them to say they don't know. And that's not paranoia. That's not superstition. You go back and you play every one of my podcasts and see if my podcasts don't get interrupted. Go play every one of the podcasts. They always getting interrupted by a phone call. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, y'all, hold on for a minute. That's my daughter, Jessica. I probably didn't traumatize y'all by saying that. I know I said it every just about every day. And then I end up having to get off the phone. Or I say, okay, the kid's coming in. And I had to get off the phone. And it's getting to the place now I can't even make any money off these podcasts. Because I can't even get 2 to 4 minutes in. You see, that podcast got cut short, and it pisses me off. It pisses me off, but I'm respectful about it. I said what I had to say on it, and that's it. Now let's move on and talk about these negative people in our lives who keep trying to hold us back. I know what I was saying. I was saying I was going to my granddaughter's graduation, and it seemed like every time I tried to find out something about the school, because a lot of times I just try to find out about the school ahead of time, the venue, wherever I'm going, I try to find out what kind of seats they got ahead of time, you know, how far the walk is from the car to the seats. You know, those are things that people who have, you know, COPD or any type of terminal illness, we want to know these things, okay? Any type of long-term chronic illness, chronic pain, we need to know these things so that we know how to prepare for it. See, because if I know I got a short walk, I might wear a little cute shoe. But if I know I got a long walk, y'all, I'm coming in sneakers. That's church events and all. I went to church Sunday, and I wore them little slippers. And I tried to walk in them little slippers, and it made my back hurt. But today was better. So anyway, I'm trying to find out about the venue. And all I kept hearing was negative things about the venue. Oh, the walk is really long. Oh, your back is going to hurt. I couldn't make it. It was just real negative. And when I got there, y'all, I worried about that thing so much that every time I woke up about 5 or 6 times. And every time I woke up, I had to pray. I had to pray, Lord, take this variation away from me. Lord, give me strength. Every time I woke up. Because I had to keep waking up using the bathroom because I had took me a pain pill. And so, you know, with that, it make you use the bathroom. Matter of fact, let me get this one in now. Y'all hold up a minute. Well, I can still talk while I get it. While I pour this water. Moral of the story. I got there. And true enough, the walk was, it was kind of a lengthy walk. And when I got there, I'm going to say this. And I'm going to say this loud and boldly. And bold because I already know the type of program I'm in. So when I get there, I see the janitors keep walking outside, and okay, I got no problem with that. I see them switch the sign up, which way to go into the gym for the graduation. Okay, I got no problem with that because I already put in my mindset, I don't care how far I gotta walk, I'm gonna make this walk. That's what I put in my mindset. So not only was people around me being negative about this walk, but so were people at this school. The janitors come out, lady pretends like she's writing something on there, and then she turns the sign and she says, you walk in through this way to get to the gym, which was right at the gym. However, They were watching me, so they did not unlock that door until I walked in through the long way. That's when they unlocked the door. Did it bother me? No, because I already had in my mind that I was going to make it there either way it went. So that didn't bother me. But what did it didn't bother me, but it made me say, she sure is stupid for walking by me saying that. One of the janitors walked by talking about, oh, I was supposed to unlock the door. The door ain't unlocked. Oh, the door ain't unlocked. She knew the door won't unlock. She didn't unlock it, so she knew it won't unlock. And she just kept saying it loud around me like I was going to give a care. I didn't give a care because I was not there for them. So these negative people, they think that they can project how I'm supposed to feel in my day, and they couldn't do it. They couldn't steal my joy because, see, when I went to bed last night, I prayed on that thing. When I got up this morning, I prayed on that thing. But not only was I praying on that, I was praying, Lord, let me see my enemies ahead of time so I know my route. And I went the route God had me go. And whether it was short or long, I said, oh, I did it. I did it, and I didn't complain. I didn't break a sweat like that. You know, usually I be sweating real heavy, all that. Nah, I didn't do that. I didn't have the back pain until we came out at the end. And that's because I had stood up for a long time. Anything past 5 minutes, Lord of mercy. But anyway, it was longer than the 3. And my back started hurting. So I got through that. And let's see. I didn't have a problem with it. But I through all of that, I've learned, you know, if you know a person's already negative, just don't ask them about what it is you need to do. You just go ahead and do it. Don't take people's word for it. Sometimes people's word is on point, and then other times people will try to discourage you to keep you getting to the promise. Now, God promised me He'd never leave nor forsake me. And in my time of distress and the time that I was sitting up there all nervous about this walk, because the way they put it, like you're going to die if you walk it. I'm not kidding. I mean, some of the stories I was hearing on this walk from the parking lot to the gym, I was like, okay. They talk like you need a shuttle bus. So I knew they all got together and probably came up with those stories. But anyways, I don't care into those situations anymore because I'm trying the Spirit by the Spirit. And I tried that thing today, and the Spirit was willing. You hear me? The Spirit was willing to walk, and I did. Do not let negative people put fear into you. Don't let fearful people put fear into you. There's a lot of fearful people out here. And that's why they join into these community policing programs and they attack innocent people because they fearful. They scared because you're a threat. You're a threat. Because I'm a threat to them. It's not what I can do, it's what God can do through me. That becomes a threat to them. So don't let people discourage you. I almost didn't go. I almost missed that graduation going by hearsay. And my granddaughter Aaliyah said, well, Grandma, if Grandma Cammie did it, you can do it. I said, yeah, you're right. I should be able to do it. If she made that walk last year, I should be able to do it. And I kept hearing that girl's voice in my head saying that. Now, she came by tonight, too, and I hope she don't think I was upset with her. I did try to tell her I'm not upset with you for interrupting the podcast. I just don't. It's just that I know I have so many people against me, and it don't even matter because God is for me. I know every time I try to do the things that He has given me, there's always these distractions that want to keep coming in, these negativities. They want to plant seeds of doubt, seeds of discord, seeds of fear. That's why I study my Bible. Because when you study your Bible, you know who you really are. And if you don't listen to everybody can't talk about the Bible to me. I'm not kidding. Everybody cannot talk about the Bible to me. If a person come up to me and act like every day is all good and sunshine, and there's no trials, there's no tribulations, no, don't want to hear nothing. And then if a person come up and all they are is negative, and every little word out their mouth is negative, no, you can't talk Bible to me either. See, God got the people out here who can dispense his medicine to all. But we have to be careful who we listen to. And like I said, the Bible do say that we need to speak up for ourselves. Because we know who we are in Christ. We know who we are. And it's people that keeps trying to shut us down. Keeps trying to take our life. John 10:10 says... let me read it to you. Hold up. I don't want to get cut off. Okay, let me see. Oh, man. And I don't want to add nothing to it or take away from it. So let me get this phone over here. But yeah, while I'm finding that, I just, it was just time to say something. After going through this the last 2 years, it was just time to say something. Because people don't think about the pressures they put on others. Now look, I can handle being a grandma real good. I mean, that ain't no pressure for me. Being with those girls, it's no pressure for me. The pressure comes when I try to have the time to myself to work. Ever since I've always tried to do my own thing in radio, it's always been distractions. And when I start getting good into what I'm supposed to get, it's always a pullback, a setback. And it's not no setback of my own. It's because I get distracted and go start doing something for somebody else instead of helping myself or helping the ministry that God gave me. John 10:10 says the thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. I'm living my to the full. Okay? Yeah, I'm in a bad situation right now. Yes, I have been targeted and people are, harassing me and, they're mocking me and they're trying to make me feel unwelcome in this world. But this world was never my home to start with. So, I'm not attached to the things in this world. I'm not attached to people the way I used to be attached to people. And my perception and my reality is different. It's different now from how it used to be. I'm going to tell you, I used to see no wrong in people. None at all. That's why I tell you, a person that don't never see no wrong in people or somebody that always, this happy-go-lucky person, you got to be careful of them because, see, I used to be one of them. And on the inside is all this hurt and pain. And anything that they teach and talk about will probably be projected pain. So you have to be careful of that. Because I know when I first started out, I was having relationship issues and I was having all kind of issues. And it just seemed like I was very defensive. Although I was sound like this happy person all the time, I was very defensive towards people. And that's not right. But yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. Y'all got to excuse me on that. Because like I said, sometimes it's just, you have to do what's right and what's best for you. You can't forget about you. You have to set your boundaries, okay? And that's what I did. I set my boundaries. I want to make my millions too, I believe that I got this life to the full. I know what I'm going through. Nobody else can tell me what I'm going through, because I know what I'm going through. I know how I'm talked about and how I'm trashed down. That don't even bother me no more. I know how people talk about my home and talk about my lifestyle, talk about how I am, obesity, and they don't leave nothing. My life is no longer private. My life is a public movie. It's a public skit to people like Peach McIntyre and Netta and all them content creators. See, they need my life, okay? They need my life to pick on in order to make their money. Problem is, you got to be careful how you put your mouth on somebody that's anointed. That's why I'm careful on how I speak to people, because I don't know who God has out here that's anointed. I know it's some people that be doing bad things and they still anointed. I had to be careful how I talk to them. Just be careful of that. But it's people out here who take all of this for a joke and they run with it, not realizing that the person that's inside has been hurt a lot. And it got to a point so bad this year. Already in this year, I wanted to shut down. I wanted to close it down. I wanted to just be like, you know what? I'm going to detach. That's why I was talking about detachments. I want to just detach from everybody. But I'm going to tell you, now when I'm talking about detachments, I'm talking about detaching from those who are truly bad in my life. Those who just can't be, the relationship can't be saved. It can't be saved because it's too toxic. Those people. Not everything is a bad reality for me. I take a lot of these bad things that are happening to me. I take a lot of it and I analyze it and I study it, and I do have questions that I ask God, and I do have questions that a lot of times, because I don't have no friends like that I can just call up and talk to about the Bible. So I'll go on Facebook, and since they got that AI there, I'll talk to the AI, and the AI will just write back things and talk back things, and I'll go study it for myself. And I am so amazed at how God can take somebody's brokenness and make it whole. How he can take what I just said to my daughter and what I'm going to say to my son about, y'all got to stop interrupting me while I'm working. You're not kids anymore. You're adults now. You got jobs. You don't want nobody calling 24/7 while you're on your job. And I'm not going to do tit for tat. I don't do that. No. But I just wanted to let them know that, hey, you're offending me now. Okay, it's okay. You do it a few times. Okay, that's okay. I get that. But when it's every time that I come on to speak, that's an offense. And so it's this part of me that has to detach in order to speak up, which means I got to come from like, how can I say? That part of me has to just grow up and just be like, look, I need my time to get my work in. Because I've always been afraid to hurt people's feelings. I ain't lying. I have been. Because I'd be like, what if something happened to them? And then sometimes, they play the guilt card on you. And it just eats me up on the inside. Well, it used to. Before I knew better. But that was truth what I spoke tonight. So that's not eating me up. That's not going to bother me. But yeah, I just try to do the best I can with what I have to do with. And I am trying to work hard and make me some extra change because my home needs fixing. And right now, the way I'm getting done, the way I'm getting done is it's just sad to see people who are supposed to be on our side, supposed to be helping us, are the very same ones who are bringing us down. And that was another thing too, because the people that I saw that were working at that school, they were also ministers of the gospel. carrying out Satan's plan. Now, you know, God ain't told nobody. He did tell Caleb and them to go down there and spy, but he had specific instructions for them. They didn't go down there trying to make nobody off themselves. They didn't go down there trying to play no psychological mind games with nobody. They went and did just what God told them to do. But this day and age, the church we got now, Lord have mercy. If you let it, it'll turn you out. It'll turn you out. But just hang in there and just pray that they straighten it out, because I was listening to, it wasn't Joyce Myers. It was a commercial came on. And the guy said when Jesus come back, when the Lord comes back, he's looking for a church without a spot or a wrinkle. I was like, oh my God. Let's see if I can find that scripture. When I heard that, I said, now that's deep thought there. Without a spot or a wrinkle. Let me see. Yeah, I be seeing them little skits about me, and them people, they making money. They making good money off of it. But I guarantee you. See, that's blood money. You hear me? That's blood money. When you're making money off somebody's downfall, yeah, that's blood money. It's not going to do them any good. They may look popular. They may look flashy. They may even appear to be rich or, famous. But they going to get hurt. Because what they do to somebody else is already done to them, right? So it's going to come back. It's going to come back. Okay. So, Ephesians. It's in Ephesians. Let's see what it says. Ephesians 5:27, that he might present it to himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish. Oh, we so far away from that. So far away from that. So far away. These churches now got so many blemishes, wrinkles, haters. They don't even like themselves. So when you just imagine somebody preaching or teaching over you and they really don't like themselves. It reminds me of the guy Michael was married to. The one that was that died back here last month. It reminds me of him a lot. Let's see. It sure does. But anyways, don't let negative people stop you from going forward. Don't let these content creators, because these content creators, their time is set. So you talk about some broken hearts. Wait till these rules come out about the money they're making, and when it gets to the point where they having to give half of it back to IRS and all that, you just wait. So them that's out here marking and picking and laughing at folk and making all that good money off of somebody else's downfall, you just wait. The same way you say you'll never be on the welfare line, and you don't think you'll ever need welfare, or you don't think you can become disabled, that thing can turn around on you. See, I was like that too. That's why I can talk about it, because when I was younger and I was working, I didn't ever think that I would I didn't think that I would ever have to go through that. I never thought I'd be disabled. Disabled was not a choice for me. It happened. The one thing I disliked, and it wasn't everybody, but it was certain people I disliked that they were disabled. I would talk junk about disabled people. I'm talking about certain ones in my family. I'd be like, oh, they could do this, they could do that. I'd be like, I thought I was it. I was making good money. I didn't need no checks. I wasn't on welfare or anything like that, and I thought I had it going on. And God allowed me to work. He allowed me to work those years that I worked it, in the factories and things. But then guess what happened? The same one who was sitting there laughing and picking on your people who were disabled had an accident on the job. And what happened on that job accident, it messed me up. Neurological. With my nerves. And then what do you think happened? I became disabled. What do you think happens when a person knows nothing but work all their life, and all of a sudden they're pulled out of that work environment, has to sit at home and look at themselves trying to heal? Depression, anxiety. I ain't never know what anxiety was. I ain't never know what depression was, because I never had it. To my knowledge, I never had it. Until I started having to sit back and you realize the money is drying up. See, when you first get hurt, you don't feel it if you got money saved up. And I had money saved up, so I didn't feel it like that. I had a good insurance at the time. But after 2 years, and I still hadn't went back to work, the money started drying up. And it got to a place where I had to let my pride down. I had to go apply for food stamps. I had to, for the first time in my life, I had to apply for, what was the name of that check? Back in the day, we used to call it, not the work first check, but it used to be something similar to it. I forgot what we used to call it. But anyway, it was a check that social service gave you every month to help support you on your needs and, pay your bills. But the check they gave me, because I still had a little money in the bank, I only got $227 each month from social services. And food stamps, you think because I had 2 kids, I get a lot of food stamps. I didn't get no lot of food stamps. I think they gave me, to start off, they gave me $27. Then they went to $62. Then they went to $95. And then it was by God's grace, 1 year I got $227, and then they took it right back. They only gave it to me for a few months. Now listen what I'm saying. In that October, when they gave the food stamp raise, they raised me to $227, and then that January, when the cost of living went up, so you get more on your check, they took that away. So that $227 was only there from October to December. Yeah. And I went right back down to, I think it was back to $62. And that $62, I ain't complaining. I don't even complain about $19 worth of food stamps. Because if you know how to really cook, you can make some meals out of $19. You can make some meals out of $10. Yep. But those same people I was laughing and picking at, now I became one of them. Now here I am, standing in the food bank line. But I was laughing and picking at others. Here I am now. My teeth ain't all that. I ain't got but 7. But I was laughing, and when I had a full set, I was laughing and picking at everyone who had rotten teeth, who had missing teeth. I was calling people snagger-tooth. I was a mess, y'all. And I promise you, I reaped it all. Now I'm snagger-tooth. Now I got different lint teeth. I don't even know what these teeth are anymore. But I'm ready to get some false ones. My thing is, life is real. Negative people, if you hang around negative people, if you soak in with negative, if you just take the seeds that or the nuggets that negative people drop off, your harvest is going to be nothing but negative. If you hang around fearful people who are scared to take chances, that's going to be the same thing. You're going to reap a fearful harvest. And this part here too, what you say about others is actually how you really feel about you. Yeah, when these negative people get to talking, yeah, that's how they feel about themselves. So I hope all them people who are creating this social media content about me, I hope you all realize that you should really be thanking God that you don't got to live this life, because I don't see you making it. I don't see you making it if you had to live this life. I don't see you learning how to thrive in a set-up environment, in a by-design environment. See, because if you really knew history, then you would know that everything that's here now is by design. I never chose to be disabled. I never chose to be a target of the government, the target of my community. I never chose that. And that's the thing about it. They choose you because they see something in you. And they choose you, and they got to get everybody turned against you. So nobody believes anything you got to say. And then they send these little creators out there, and they know how to hack into your pages so that you don't have no choice but to see them. Even when I block them, they go in there and unblock them, and then next thing you know, there they go again. I'm so sick of Netta and Charles. I'm so sick of Peach McIntyre. They be going hard, y'all. And now LaQuanda, Gabe, all them, TikTok used to be fun for me. I don't even know none of them people. And I didn't never even care nothing about their content. But what caught my eye one day was, I said, that looks like something that I was doing. And it just got where every day the content would show up, and everything I would do, they were doing it day by day. So what y'all think is skits is actually them. They scripting out my life. And if you think I'm lying, you can go check it out. You can go check out my pages. If you listen to this podcast and you go back and you watch their videos, you'll see it's scripted. If you look at the things that they have in their home, and I take pictures of how my home is, you will see that it's all scripted. And I'm pretty sure most of y'all know that, though. So I'm not telling you anything new, because there's so many people involved in those programs. Lord have mercy. Just stay positive, y'all. Get around positive people. And listen, you can choose not to participate in these targeted programs like that. You don't have to participate in it. Because whether it's through the government or not, you're still going to reap. Government is not bigger than God. You're going to reap it. You're going to reap everything you sow. And that's how it's going to be with a lot of people around here who keep doing me the way they doing me. I'm just sitting back. You notice I don't talk about it like I used to. Every once in a while I'll talk about it, but I'm just sitting back because I know the God I serve is big. He's big. And then they got the nerve, church people got the nerve to be picking on other people's prayers, picking on how I praise God, how other people praise God. Listen, y'all better stop that. See, my praise is for real, so that means I can produce something. I'm in a producing season. I can produce something with my praise. But y'all praise ain't hitting on nothing. It's too fake. Which means you can't produce nothing. You are a fruitless generation. That's what it means. But anyways, I'm going to get ready and get off of here because I done got sleepy and hot, and I had to cut my hair off just to do this podcast. And I hope nobody don't take nothing to heart, but I'm serious when I say, like, I haven't been able to do what I need to do. And it's not because I'm always with my granddaughters, because they be in school. When they be in school and I get up and I still try to do my podcast, it's the same thing. Brrr, brrr. It's the man in the back for me. My phone start ringing. I'm like, hello? What you doing? I was on my podcast. Oh, okay. But the goal isn't to keep me from my podcast. It's to keep interrupting my podcast so that my content isn't any good. So who wants to listen to content where people keep calling in and then I got to keep saying, well, hold on, y'all. Let me play this song for you. Let me play that song for you. Nobody don't want that. When this is talk radio for me. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to talk. On my other radio station, I'm here to play songs. But I'm finna take a break on all that and get my radio life back right. I can't take this. No, it wasn't meant for me to sit back and watch other people flourish while I lose me. Nope. The devil is a lie. There's no way I can watch other people grow and I shrink. Nope. Are y'all having trouble with spiders? I don't know. My ceilings seem to be having a lot of little spiders, and they got where they're jumping down, and I don't know where these. It's y'all. If I was to tell you my story, you wouldn't believe it. So I ain't even gonna go there. But anyways, today was a great day, and I'm ending it by saying I'm gonna go to sleep. I had fun with my granddaughters. I'm glad Kyra won some awards. London got promoted. She had her graduation, and tomorrow is Destiny graduation. And I hope to be up and going to it just like I did today. Okay, y'all. Peace, love, and happiness. I'm just tired. I just need to go lay down. Y'all have a great one.